Hey everyone, my name's Nick, and welcome to Maximus Games. We're a family of gamers with a passion for all things gaming. After our first release, Loot and Scoot, my brother, sister, and I are currently working on our next release, Time Walk Tower Defense. It's an asymmetric tower defense game where you defend time nodes across the ages. You build up your towers, and then you jump into the fray as a hero. We wanted to make some devlogs to show off our progress and show you guys our process as we go along building this game. So without further ado, let's jump in. Now the first thing we did was get to work on an idea. We've really enjoyed playing tower defense games, so we wanted to use that as a base to work off of. Now we've also been really fascinated with the idea of asynchronous gameplay ever since playing Dead by Daylight, so we wanted to add that into the mix as well. After some brainstorming, we came up with Time Walk Tower Defense and got to work outlining the various mechanics and getting some rough drafts for the models and artwork we'll be using. We decided that your towers and playstyle would be based upon which era you're playing as, fantasy, modern, or high-tech. Each era also has two heroes that add to your available towers and act as your character when you enter the game as a third-person fighter. Once we had a decently fleshed out design document for the game, we divided out the tasks. My brother Alex took the lead on the third-person controller and the associated animations. My sister Emily had been working a lot of tutorials at the time for using Unity's UI systems, so she took on UI and artwork. I took on the task of building up the tower defense part of the game. Now, being that I've never made a tower defense game before, I did what any good game dev does when they don't know what they're doing. Luckily, Brackeys has a really solid tutorial on making a tower defense game, so I was able to use that to create a good base to work off of. Following the tutorial, I was able to set up essentially every basic function of a tower defense, from building towers to enemy spawning to selling turrets. After getting the basic systems in place, I was ready to start implementing towers. Going down our list of towers, I began cranking out turret after turret whenever I had some free time from studying for pilot training. So there's a solid cross-section of some of the towers that I've made so far. In the coming weeks, I'll be working on getting the last couple towers built up, work on animations for all those towers, and then kind of mushing all the pieces of this game together. So let's go check out what Emily's been working on over the last couple weeks.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily. I am the youngest of the Maxi clan. To tell you guys a little bit more about me, I just finished up my first year of college at Angelo State University. I'm studying physics, which I found a love for, and of course, computer science, the family passion. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of the artwork that we've been working on with all the towers, which all three of us contributed to, as well as what I've been working on personally, which is starting the menu system for all of you guys to go in and interact with the UI. Alright guys, so what you see over here on my screen is our tower directory, which of course is where you go and you look at all the towers to see how they work, how they operate, and how well they operate. But today I'm going to use it to show off our artwork. So as you can see, we are really stuck to this pixel theme. And so all of these are actually from our own design. We created each and every one of these, which is really cool. Going through that process of initially, we all created our own versions of these towers, and we had to narrow down which ones we liked, if there was anything that we wanted to change about them. Some of them, it's really cool. For example, with the armory, this is actually all of our design. So this little furnace right up here, that was taken from Nick's. The big layout of how this structure is, that was from Alexander's tower. And then the symbology sort with the swords and the shields, that actually came from my own personal design. So it was really interesting going through this process of figuring out what works, what doesn't, and what looks good to get the final product where we have some of these really cool looking towers. So moving forward for me is finishing up all of these menu systems. As you can see, the tower directory is basically done, but there's still a lot of work left in terms of a main menu, a level select, and your basic settings and options area. So the other thing that I'm taking the lead on is designing all of our enemies. So as you can see here, we have one of my favorites so far, Time Captain Jones, a natural nasty pirate. And so moving forward in the future, I'll definitely be uploading videos where you guys can see my creative process and how we all get started and how we create something like this from a bunch of little blocks.
What's up everybody, my name's Alex Maxey and I'm another member of the Maximus Games family team. Just a little about myself, I'm a 4th year college student at Dakota State University studying computer science and game design and playing a bit of football as well. At the end of the day, my passion lies in creating, building, and designing, which made programming the perfect choice for me. That path has led me right down the avenue of designing games, where every aspect of creativity comes together, from writing to programming to artistic work. For Time Walk Tower Defense, like our other team members, I take on a huge hodgepodge of roles to make this game come to life. My primary responsibility has been the creation of the third-person aspect of the game, including making the player character move, attack, and all the unique powers each character has. In addition to this, I created some models for the towers, as well as the models for the units spawned on the board and the model for the character themselves. And finally, I've been the lead animator for all the units and some of the turrets. So let me show you what I've been up to. Here, you can see the third-person controller at work. As you can see, our character moves around with simple WASD commands and looks around by using the mouse. And of course, our little guy can jump. In general, each character will have 3 powers, usually consisting of some kind of basic attack, and then 2 more special powers. Our fighter here, for instance, has a simple sword strike, a shield bash that can stun, and a damaging charge. And of course, these powers can get quite fun. All of these animations you're seeing are original animations made using Unity's animation system. I then put these animations together using a state machine. And of course, none of these animations or controls would mean anything if there wasn't a model we could base them off of. So that's what I'm currently working on for Time Walk Tower Defense. As we dive in more depth to these characters and their powers in later devlogs, I hope they pique your interest as much as they have for me. And I can't wait to hear your guys' feedback.
So that's what we've made so far. Over the coming weeks, look for us to begin to integrate all those individual projects we've been working on, especially with me and Alex, so that we can start playtesting. We'll also be looking to begin to create a more diverse set of enemies, make a new enemy spawn system, and to animate all those cool models that we've been working on. I'm Nick Maxey with Maximus Games. If you liked the video, hit that like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. We're going to be dropping a new devlog every week or two. So if you enjoyed, stay tuned. Game on.